So this is the Nerd Out for 2026. And it's special because last minute we decided to stream because the last time I recorded the Nerd Out, we streamed on accident. We didn't know that we were streaming live on Twitch until we started getting people in the chat. And I was like, are you texting me? Turns out we were live on Twitch. I must have pushed the wrong button. So this time we decided to go last minute and we were streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch, and it was fun. We had good times. I think every time we do the Nerd Out with Ritzy T Jenkins, then we're going to do it. We're going to stream it. We'll give more notice next time. But this episode, we talk about movies the Oscars, the Academy Awards are coming up next weekend. So we talked about what we've seen, what we want to see before the awards come out. We go into TV shows. We talk about the AI workshop, the Real Talk AI workshop that I just launched. And there's a special code, the Nerd Out, that's going to be good until the day before the workshop starts. And we talk about so much more. And then we talk about the level of people that were in the chat rooms, the little advice to those people. It was good times per usual. So yeah, this is the Nerd Out with me and Ritzy T Jenkins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Nerd Out. I'm Lisa.
I'm Ritzy P.
We're girls, we nerd out, and we are live as fuck. You should follow us on all of the usual places. And you can email us, info@thenerdout.com. We got a website. We put show notes there, and we are available on the always amazing Word to Your Mama Network Collective. And I'm here with Ritzy. Yeah, and we are live. Ritzy, what is happening?
We're streaming. We are streaming live. We're live streaming. When you listen to this, if you're not here, no one's here. It's just us so far.
Yeah,
we're on Twitch and we're on YouTube. We have no overlays, no special effects, none of that. We literally just like, let's do it. But when you listen to this, know that we are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. We'll see if anyone comes in.
Yeah, if something weird happens, just remember that's something weird might be happening.
Last time, was it the last time or the last time before last time?
I think it was the last time, yeah.
We were live streaming on Twitch and had no idea until someone started asking questions. I was like, is that you? Are you asking me a question right now? Yeah, amazing.
Pretty funny. Yeah, technology. As you can see, I have changed the background from what it usually is, which I'm still in the serial killer basement, guys.
Yes.
Don't panic. But now I have the wood paneling behind me with some art instead of like a big empty closet. So, I'm just dressing it up a little. I need like a banner or something behind me.
It looks a little less held captive basement, a little less. Just a smidge. Just a smidge.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's for you. That's for you. I have lots of things to talk about. So let's get into it. As most of you guys know, we have a shared note document. And so, Ritzy, why don't you kind of kick us off? Because it looks like maybe we have something worth talking about.
Yeah. Well, first off, I just want to say what up to our fan, our mega fan that has been with us since before it was Word to Your Mama, and it was strictly just the Nerd Out, Donna, that we always don't know how to pronounce her name, even though it's spelled Donna. Yeah. I don't know why. It's because it's only one N. Trips us up.
You definitely want it to be Donya.
Yes, that's why. One N. Hola, Donna. And then we nerd out about a bunch of different things. And I am an emerging tech strategist. T.I. works in this field that I'm about to talk to as well. We both work in emerging tech, kids. We both work in emerging tech. And I am launching a 3-week workshop called Real Talk AI. I just launched it. I don't know, depending on what time you listen to this, we have an early bird pricing, but it's 3 weeks. It's 3 Saturdays starting March 21st. It's 2 hours, about 90 minutes instruction and then Q&A. But it's different from other ones. Most are 46 ChatGPT prompts for your business. And this is not that. This is what is AI? What does it do? What can and can it do? And then week 2 is ethics, copyright, environmental impact, stuff that people don't talk about, but I know people in our scene because Tia and I, we met in the music industry. So we have a lot of friends that are impacted by AI in the music, in entertainment. That's actually something that they was on the table during the strikes, what they were negotiating. So that's very important. So that's week 2. And then week 3 is practical and safe ways to use it. And it's in community. Spots are filling up already, but I wanted to have something special for the nerd out because we don't get to do these. And so it was great that it kind of like went at the same time. Is if you put in code nerd out, one word, nerd out, because early bird pricing ends March 7th. Anyone that's listening, watching, you can use Nerd Out, and that's going to give you early bird pricing all up until the day before. So you can use Nerd Out. It's going to give you $195 off, which makes it only $100 for the 3 weeks. And if you're like, who are you? Like, who gives a F if you're... No, it's because I'm an emergency tech advocate, and I've been a diversity emergency tech advocate. And so I've spoke at the UN about this type of stuff. I just was in December, I was at the congressional briefing for women of color and blockchain. And this is what I do, guys. And because I'm building with AI, I definitely wanted to dive in and make sure what's out there, what's happening. So I'm always keeping abreast of like the latest and greatest, but I wanted to have something special for the Nerd Out folks. So the Nerd Out code, and there'll be a link in the show notes. You just go to ritzyperrywinkle.com/Real Talk AI. That's it.
Amazing. That's so cool.
Thank you.
That's so cool. I love it. Yeah. I love that you have that. That's great. Right on. Oh, may we have many nerds who attend,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'll attend. I could always learn something.
That would
I've
be great.
I have s- I have spent literally this entire week, like all I've been doing is been in multiple different AI platforms working on some things that I've been putting off forever because I've been in like meetings that it's just somebody speaking at you for like hours. And so you kind of have some time to like multitask. I
Right.
have gotten so much done. I have learned so much. It's been really tremendous.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, excited and definitely, excited to have you, Tia. So I think this is going to be TV show movie heavy because we're on the cusp. We're right there a couple of weeks before the Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
what do we want to get to? TV first?
why don't we start with movies?
Let's do it.
Strangely enough, I have seen a ton of the movies that are Oscar bait and or Oscar worthy. And I kind of wanted to run through those and
See.
then call out some ones that I really would like to see prior to, if I could. Kind of looking at all of the ones that I have seen, my
Mm-hmm.
favorite one is totally Sinners. Like, is it best movie? I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Like, I thought it, like, kind of the more I think about it, the more I liked it.
Mm.
Ranger Ted did not really care for it, but I think he just hasn't thought about it. So, Sinners, if you guys haven't seen it, like this is so up our alley. It is mystical forces. It is music. It is like it's culture. It is so interesting. I loved it. I've seen it 3 times.
Oh, 3 times? One in the
Yes.
one.
Once in the theater, twice at home.
Damn,
So
Ti,
yeah.
I don't think you've ever in the history of us doing the show, I don't think you've ever done that or mentioned that you've done that.
Yeah, I mean maybe like once in the theater and once at home, but
Whoa.
I've been with people who hadn't seen it and I'm like, pull it up. We're gonna watch it. So, and it's fun to watch things again through other people's eyes. So yeah,
Right.
that's kind of
Right.
my favorite. My other like second favorite is probably Train Dreams, which
What's
is
that
this
one?
it's this sort of melancholy, beautiful elegy to life in the Pacific Northwest 100 years ago, maybe a little more
Hmm.
than 100 years ago. And it's like, he's a logger and he meets a woman and they build a home and there's like loss and happiness and all of these things. I thought it was a really beautiful movie. Like the cinematography was great. It's based
Mm.
on a short story. So I really loved that. Like
Ah.
when you want to see something that is like slow and beautiful and meaningful and makes you think about it
Mm.
afterwards, I would go there. We really liked Hamnet, which is the story of William Shakespeare and his child who died. Thought that that was really great. Amazing costumes, great acting, um, and really cool at the very end. They have like a reenactment of a Shakespearean performance back in ye olden days. And it's cool seeing like, oh, this is the Globe Theater. This is what it looked like. This is
Right.
what
Right.
people are interacting with the actors. They're like, boo, when like bad guys do something. And like, what did practical effects look like up on stage? So that was kind of my favorite part of it. Frankenstein,
Wait,
beautiful.
wait, wait. 1 second,
Yes.
because I haven't seen Hamnet yet. I
Yeah.
wanna see it before the Oscars,
Yeah.
before the Academy Awards. Did you bawl? Because everyone that's seen it was like, "Oh, I was bawling in the
No,
theater."
I bawled in Train
Mm.
Dreams and
Oh,
ball in Hamnet.
wow.
Like it was
Interesting.
there was I was impacted by it. I hate the word
Mm.
impactful. I was impacted by it,
Right.
but it wasn't like a full on, like, maybe I got maybe teared up a little bit, but like,
Chopping up a little onions?
yeah, but
Chopping up a
nothing,
little
they were
onions?
not, it was not like rolling down the cheeks style. There's no gnashing and renting of garments.
Okay.
Frankenstein, beautiful, but ultimately a little hollow. I don't know if you
Right.
saw it. Like, I
I
love
did.
everything that Guillermo del Toro does. He's amazing, but
Gorgeous, like, gorgeous
gorgeous.
costumes,
Yes.
details,
Yes.
gorgeous, the finest creature ever in
Yep.
Frankenstein history to me.
Yep. Yeah. It was all great. It was, it was sad. It was epic. It was this, it was
Mhm.
that. And probably the most like book faithful Frankenstein that I've seen, although I think I've only seen like two or three. And one of
Mm,
them, to
mm,
be honest,
mm.
was the Mel Brooks one. So, you know,
And I think, as a lot of these movies, like you mentioned Sinners, I liked it, but I didn't love it and haven't seen it multiple times. I don't need to see it again. Like, but it's such a cultural thing. But the more I watch interviews, I love this season where it's actors on actors, directors table, da da da.
yes, yes.
And just hearing his story and how personal it is to him and the history and what a great job they did with, being historically correct of that
Mhm.
time and stuff like that. Like, then I'm like, oh, okay. And I just kind of like, Issa Rae. I want them to win I just want anyone black to win everything right now in the state
Yeah,
of the world we're in.
yeah.
But I'm with Ranger Ted. It wasn't my favorite.
Uh-huh.
Sinners wasn't my favorite, but Frankenstein as well. Seeing like the behind the scenes and the details of what how it mimicked the creature and like the
Mm,
details and stuff. But then also hearing Guillermo del Toro talk about it and how personal it is for him, and he's Mexican. You're like, oh, that's why it's like that. It's like
yeah,
novela. It's like so melodramatic, and you're just like, oh,
yeah,
that makes sense. And you're just
yeah,
like, oh, it's beautiful. It's cool.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was great. I would say then my next favorite, also watched by Ranger Ted, and he did not hate it, was K-pop Demon Hunters.
I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty great.
It was it tough getting him to Ranger Ted to
No,
watch it?
it was like some rainy weekend morning, and I put it on.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
he sort of wandered through and was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, do you want to watch the movie that's gonna win the Oscar for the best animated, feature
Please
of the
believe
year?"
it.
And
Right.
he was like, "No." And I was like, "Alright, well, then don't." But then he got intrigued, and, the rest is history.
Hell yeah! It's so good. You know who hasn't watched it is your nephew, the Supernatural Bear. He, like, refuses because he keeps hearing so much about it. He's, like, on
Yeah,
principle,
I
but he
get
knows
it.
the songs because I play them and I sing them, and we
Yeah.
talk about it all the time, and, because he's also part Korean. I was like, "This is your
Yeah,
story. This is your heritage. This is your people's, your
yeah,
ancestry." So I
yeah,
just think I wasn't gonna watch it, and then I went to Austin last year for something, and I started watching it on the plane, and I was, like, hooked, and I was like,
yeah.
"What? This is gorgeous. Why am I tearing up? Why is this so impactful? Why are these songs with me?" And yeah, it is gorgeous. I can't wait to watch. I think I've seen it twice. Yeah, that's something I'll watch again.
Okay, okay. I might watch it again. I don't know, we'll see. And then I would say Begonia, which I wanted to like and just thought was a little it was fine. It was just kind of like we probably got like halfway through it one evening and and we turned it off to go to bed and Ranger Ted was like, "That's weird." And I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of like that yeah, that's kind of it. That's weird."
So you guys didn't finish it?
We did. We finished it. But actually I think it was just me that finished it. It's too weird for him.
Because is it weird seeing yourself? Because I always think
Yeah,
of
it
her, I
is.
think of you.
It can be weird. Yeah, uh-huh. Although
I
she shaved her head, I guess.
loved I forget his name, I had it at the tip of my tongue, that did the
Jesse Plemons?
score.
The score. Uh-huh.
That did the score. He always works with Homeboy, with Yorgos. And you know what? What's fast? Because I was just like, if it didn't have the score, I don't think I'd be that into it. Like, I was just like, I love, no spoilers, but I love, like, the ending. And I think the only reason why I kept watching it was because of the score. It pushed me along. Like, it was so epic in a place that didn't look like that, right? And
Yeah.
what was fascinating to me, because of course I nerded out about this movie, and I was like, oh, people should watch it. Like, it's interesting how it plays out. And the thing about Homeboy, Yorgos he didn't let him watch it. No script. He gave him 5 words and he came up with that epic score. He gave him 5 words. He gave him spaceship. He gave him your twin, shaved head. Emma Stone's shaved head.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot the other words, of course, right? Because my perimenopausal brain, but he gave him that, and that's what he came up with.
Huh. That's pretty great. That makes me want to go check it out again a little bit more and maybe like just listen for the music.
Yeah, it really carried. I was watching it on my computer to be, to keep it fair, like with headphones and while I was doing things. But I was like, there's been a lot of movies that have been coming out that I don't even finish. And I'm like, I don't even care. Like, I
want to hear about some of those. But
you know what I mean? But
we have to talk about my least favorite of the Oscar movies that I watched, one battle after another.
We agree.
There's not many of us. There's not many of us. I've met a
I
couple
know,
other
because
people.
why is that? They just was like, who do you want? Just recently I saw something, they were talking on the red carpet, like, they're like, one battle after it. And I was like, what?
It's like,
What?
did we see the same movie?
Exactly. There was a pacing thing. There was a story thing. But also, that little snippet of Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro, I wanted the movie to be like that.
Yes.
That
yeah.
And I want to know more about him. I want a movie just on him, on Benicio del Toro's character.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be yours.
I had some friends who I was like, I guess you should check it out. It's like really, everyone loves it. I'm like the only person I know that doesn't like it. And and so they're like, okay, cool. We're going to put it on tonight. Like we're texting back and forth. Like 15 minutes later, they're like, we lasted 8 minutes. I was like, yeah. I mean, you just got 3 hours of your life back.
Right.
Yeah.
There was some great acting, but like, and then it was like pauses of like Homegirl, I can't think of her name, of course. The daughter. She's great. She's fantastic.
She was great. Yeah, she was great.
Leo, of course, he's gonna give it. Benicio kills it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Courage. Like those are great. But as far as like pacing and it being what people are saying, we are in the minority. But a lot of people in my circle, some people that feel the same way. We were just like, what? This?
It felt like, like when something's really try hard and it's like trying real hard to be like
that part right there.
So something like to me, it's just like, I don't know, just it didn't have authenticity. It just felt like a try hard. I wasn't into it.
There was just like for me, it was like a couple of moments here and there, but then other than that,
yeah,
it's probably going to win a bunch of awards. Even
it's
more.
Probably going to win everything. Always. Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's how it goes. So yeah, those are all the ones I've seen. There's plenty that I haven't seen that I'm hoping to see. I want to see Marty Supreme. Have you seen that?
No, and I have no desire to.
I didn't until people I know here who also didn't really have a lot of desire to see it saw it and like walked out, and they were not like Timothée Chalamet fans. They were like a movie about ping pong. And they came out and they were like, the sun rises and sets on Timothée Chalamet. It's such an amazing movie. And I was like, okay.
Someone that I trust that feels the same way about One Battle After Another and about Sinners saw the movie and was like, you could skip it. And I was like, cool.
Okay.
And I love me some Timothée Chalamet. I
Mhm.
love him, but I don't want to see that movie, and I don't want to see the one he was in last year, the singer dude. What was
Oh,
it?
the Bob Dylan movie.
Did you see that? I didn't. I have no
No,
desire.
no,
None.
that caused a bit of a schism in my marriage because one of us saw it and really liked it, and one of us didn't see it. So I might still like it. You never know.
Right.
I also want to see Weapons,
Me
which
too.
is the kind of like thriller, psychological horror. Yeah, that just sounds good. But I tend to watch. I do most of my movie watching on the weekend evenings, and then it's also like, do I want to get really amped up from having watched that? And then be
Right.
like, but I really want to see Sentimental Value.
Me too. I've heard nothing
That
but great
looks
things about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks
Yeah.
great. And Song Sung Blue, although it took me forever to realize that it wasn't like biographical film about Neil Diamond. It's about a Neil Diamond cover band. Okay. All right. Did not know that for a while. And then If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. So will I be
Oh
able to
my
get them all
God.
done? No.
I can't wait to hear what you think of If I Had Like, I'd Kick You. I have been, ever since I saw that movie,
Uh-huh.
I've been telling all my mama friends.
Oh.
Like, and we feel that mothers, non-mothers, but especially partners, of the people that have that birth or are the main caregivers need to watch this movie to get a glimpse. Like, these are extremes, but we all were like, yep, got it. Totally. For
Okay.
sure. Oh, I've been
Okay.
there. Like, it's kind of weird and crazy. And then, of course, the only reason why I knew about it was because Conando.
Oh, really?
Conan, my favorite, Gem of a Ginger. He's in it. And I was like, how is he in it with
Oh.
ASAP Rocky
Yeah.
and Homegirl? Like, and I was just like, she's so good. And I was just, so anyways, I'm excited to see what you
Okay.
think about it.
Okay,
But
good.
it hit us. It hit us pretty hard.
Okay. Well, those are on my to-do list. We'll see how many of them I get done before the Oscars.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you seen any other Oscar movies that have not been mentioned?
No, I failed to make a list before today. I can't think if I have. I was surprised to see Begonia. Like, it wasn't even on my list, but I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's you. That's your doppelganger. And Jesse Plemons, he's like so good in
great.
everything that
Yeah.
he does. So yeah, I thought she was fantastic. She's always fantastic
she's
in
always
it. She
pretty
was
great.
great in it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. The only other movie that really stands out that I've seen and I saw it in a theater is Send Help, the latest Sam Raimi movie.
Oh, I don't know anything about it. Let me look it up while you're talking about it.
It is a story about a woman who is and gosh, you're gonna have to remind me of her name when you look it up.
Seriously.
She's like a sort of overlooked secretary-ish type person at a company who's like been overlooked and trying to like climb the corporate
Rachel
ladder.
McAdams.
Yes. And she like throws herself into this so completely. And she's kind of like, she's so cringe, as the kids no longer say. And so she's like super cringe and like, oh my God, like so uncool. And then she is working with like the bros at the company who like come in and she's like, and it's like a terrible power dynamic. And then there is, spoiler alert, a plane crash, and she is stranded on a desert island with one or more of them. See, I'm gonna look out for spoilers here, people. And then like what goes down? It is like just it could have leaned more into commentary because it's right there with like, sort of men and women and like even sort of class and kind of like the big overarching like ending of it. Like he could have leaned into it and made it a little less of a like I think they tried to kind of market it as a horror movie. It's not a horror movie. Like there's a couple like blah jump scares, but not like it's gory. But yeah, I don't know. Like they could have done more. I don't know if I would have liked it if they had, but I found it super enjoyable. It like the ending, the almost ending is hilarious. The ending is fine, but the almost ending, like 15 minutes before the end of it, something is introduced that like I laughed for like a solid 5 minutes about it.
Oh, wow.
It was so funny. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was super fun.
I'll put it on my list. Sometimes you
Yeah.
need like, easy breeze. You need
Yeah.
easy breeze.
Yep. This would
Right.
be that. Yep.
Great.
So yeah, I think those are all the movies, or at least the movies that I've seen that have really stuck out in my head.
Yeah.
What have you been watching on the smaller screen?
But it's today. Today is Wednesday. Sunday, we just wrapped
Oh,
the
it's also
fourth
420.
420. 420.
420.
We wrapped season 4 of Industry. That fucking show. It is the best show ever. I love it so much.
You have loved
And
it since Jump.
I've loved it when nobody was watching it. I loved
Uh-huh.
it when nobody knew who those people were.
Uh-huh.
Before Jon Snow, before Kit Harington. No, exactly. I don't know why that does that, but that's hilarious. Maybe because it goes to all the places.
Yeah.
We're talking about the chat, guys. We're learning how
guys,
this works.
Chat's blown up, guys.
Put one thing, it goes 4 times. It goes 3 times. I don't understand it. But Industry, man, like I've been nerding out. I'll watch it and then I'll listen. They don't have an official podcast. They have an unofficial
Okay.
podcast. So it's one no notes. And then I watch other things where the actors are on, and the director, creators, writers are on. It is fantastic. It's also crazy how they have to write it, film it, and then put it out to us. It is so timely. Like it talks about the times. Like it's a mirror of the times. So it's going to be interesting. They just got renewed for the 5th. It's going to be the final season.
Okay.
So super excited. We might have, my friend and I, where we like watch it religiously and we're like voicemails and all these things about it. And we talk about it all week because it's like so in us. We're thinking about maybe doing for next season a podcast on the side right after each episode. Like that's how much we love it, because we've seen like she listens or watches this podcast and I forget their names. It's 2 white women, but they come from like, traders and being in that scene. And I was like, I don't need to watch them. But then no notes. They're 3 dudes. One's an actor. I don't know what the other 2 dudes, but I like their insights on the characters.
Yeah.
But we're the Latinas. We're the Latinas that are watching this. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it so much. So Industry just finished. I'm currently loving The Pit. You haven't started The Pit, huh?
No, I'm almost done with the first season. I heard somebody say that Dr. Robbie embodied the female gaze. And I was like, yes. Like men look at the Chris Hemsworth of the world and they're like, oh, he's hot. Women look at the Dr. Robbies of the world and go, oh, he's hot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's pretty great.
Like a little broken, real kind.
Yeah, broken enough that like there's
Broken
probably
enough.
some demons and like you kind of want to fix him.
Yeah.
But like mostly a pretty like well-adjusted dude, especially given that job. Like
Ugh.
a friend of mine is a nurse, Stormy, her real name.
OCC.
And I
Up
was
in
like,
Washington, right?
yeah. And I was like, are you watching? And she was like, no. And I was like, why not? And she said, I've just heard that it's too close. And
that's what everybody says. I follow, well, when I was on TikTok, I followed people that are emergency doctors and nurses. And they got invited to this last premiere of The Pit because they talk about it and they're just like, yo, it is so on point.
Yeah. I mean, it's really like, this sounds so like, this is almost embarrassing to say, but like, I feel like I learn things about medicine.
No, I say that all the time.
Like that can happen, or oh my gosh, that's what you
Right.
do when that happens, and like things like
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Or like just hit like real fact historical things, like Black Americans helped to start the ambulance thing, like the
Yes.
emergency response. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know.
What?
My, Rocka and the Supernatural Bear didn't know. Like nobody knows. And I tell them that, so I was like, you gotta watch this show, dude. Like it's amazing.
Yeah. It is the kind of show that I do have to avert my eyes at times.
Sometimes.
Yeah, not a lot. The funny thing is, IRL, like I've been in situations where people have like cut their bodies open and like you can see bone and whatever, and I'm like, all right, let's get to work. But like watching it on TV, I'm like, ugh.
Tell me if you feel this way. It's not a stressful show. I'm not they're in stressful situations,
No.
but it doesn't make me stress. If for some reason it's like Law and Order SVUs or Law and Order, like it calms me down. I've rewatched. I'll rewatch that episode. I'll just have it on because it's my real good feel good for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Well, I think that it's like it's fast paced, but it's not frenetic. It feels
Yeah.
instead more like it's little vignettes.
Yeah.
And that they continue over every episode. Like, oh yeah, what was going on with that person? And so it doesn't feel like, oh my God. And like the camera work isn't like frenetic.
It's a play. It's a play.
Yeah,
That's why I
it's like
love
a
it. Like it's a
play.
play.
Yeah.
And the bear stresses me out. The bear stresses me out when they're in the kitchen and it's like and the camera action and the cuts and the music, like that's stressing me out. But this, because for those who don't know, every episode is 1 hour of that day. So last season was literally just one day. And then we fast forward a little bit now, and then it's the same thing, 1 hour of the day. So it's just like there's a calmness to it. And because it is like a play, and I love it. I'm so happy that you're on the Pit bandwagon.
Yep. The acting's great. The characters are very real. And I think that it's great. We've been enjoying that a lot. And we are this close. I think we have 3 episodes to go before we are finishing The Sopranos. The first time for me to watch it end to end, it's like the first time for Ranger Ted because it's his favorite show. So, but it's the first time I've watched it end to end. And I know because anybody who is like alive and over the age of 15 when this show ended knows what the ending is, because people were, and it's so funny thinking about this. Like, I don't know when the ending was, like 15 years ago or something. People were pissed.
So pissed.
They were so mad about the ending. And so like, I already know what the ending is, so I can't be all that angry. And I'm curious to see how it feels for me to see the ending, and like, am I pissed? Do I feel like they ended it poorly? Did I feel like it was a good end?
Right.
So yeah, that'll be interesting.
So the next nerd out, you'll let us know how that played out for you, because also you're seeing it. So how many more years later? You have another context. The show was in another context. It was another time. So I was talking about The Sopranos recently with Raka, and I was like, do you remember we dressed up? He goes, that doesn't sound. He's like, that doesn't sound real. I go, we dressed up. You put on your suit. I wore heels and a skirt and a whole thing. We ordered Italian food and we watched the finale. He's like, no. He's like, I don't believe it. I go, I have pictures somewhere. I couldn't find the pictures, but yeah, like it was such a cultural moment. It was such a thing, like the final,
such a thing. Yeah. And I saw an interview recently with the guy that plays Christopher, and I don't even know how it came up, but they were like, do you think that like, would the Sopranos, or the people in the Sopranos, like, would they be Trump supporters? And he was like, oh yeah, every one of them. But then the guy, what is it, David Chase, the creator, they asked him the same question. He was like, like probably, maybe, I don't know. He's like, Tony would have thought that he was totally full of shit. And I was like,
that's good. Yeah.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah. So, I was like, well, that's good to know about Tony. So we're almost done with that, but we also kind of alternate sometimes with the flight attendant when we need something a little lighter.
I've never seen it.
The first season was very effervescent and fun. The second season is maybe not as fun. I mean, when I say effervescent and fun, I also mean that like she's an alcoholic and people are like murdered in bed next to her and she's framed, and like, it's not like I don't know, My Little Pony, but it is like she's funny in the role and very lovable or likable. And so we've been kind of swapping back and forth with like Sopranos, the Pit, and the flight attendant, kind of depending on what the mood is in the evening.
Right.
And then I have been slowly but surely working my way through Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
I kind of had a hard time getting into the second season. So I've been a little like, but I just watched an episode of the second season that is like, bar none, one of the best episodes of television I have seen in I don't even know how long.
Which one?
It was the one where he's looking back at the time that they did the interview in San Francisco. and what happened and their memories of
Oh,
it.
see.
And it's like it starts out you start out one place thinking like, yeah, I know the story. I know what happens. And over the course of the episode, I don't want to give too much away. You
Right.
like realize that something totally different has happened.
Right.
And the writers had to have known that from the very first episode, more or less,
Right.
and been building to that like little tiny brick by brick, little tiny brick by brick until it's like a wait a second, what happened? And it like just explodes everything. And I was like, holy shit. Like it was such good writing. And it was like the long con. And I was like,
Right.
it's been a long time since I've watched something where like, there's been a real sort
A
of
surprise.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Chekhov's gun, like you kind of see
Right.
something in the beginning. And I even remember when we were watching this, like the kind of later in the first season, and Ted had recently read Interview with the Vampire, and he was like, this is not how I remember Armand at all. I was like, well, they had to make him older because otherwise that's gross.
Right.
And yeah, I know. He seems nicer somehow. So yeah, I was just like, holy shit. And then I went back
Yeah.
and watched the episode again because I was like, I need to like really revel in this moment before I continue
Right.
on. But yeah, I
Yeah.
was so impressed with how they wrote it and let that unfold that it was just
Yeah.
like Jeff's kiss.
I can't, or as Kevin Smith says, that's what you said, Jeff's kiss.
Jeff's
Sorry.
kiss.
Jeff's
Yeah,
kiss.
as Kevin Smith says.
As Kevin Smith says. Yeah, I'm excited because, they're already doing promos last year for, yeah, that's going to be good. I think it also helps me that they're both fine. Like everyone's gorgeous.
Everyone's gorgeous.
They're good actors, but also everyone's fantastic to look at.
Yeah.
So that helps me a lot. And I'm just like, hell yeah, this is Lestat. Like, there's no other
my
Lestat.
God.
This is Lestat.
No, it is totally
The best.
Him. Yeah.
The best.
Like, charismatic, handsome, multilingual, and like you buy it. Like
his body, so good.
Yeah, so good. So good.
So good. I'm so happy that you're on that. So when we can talk about it when it comes out this year?
Yeah.
Next year? This year.
I think it must be this year.
I think it's this
year.
And then
I also watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of The Beast in Me, which is Claire Danes, and she plays a writer. And the guy from The Americans who's married to anyhow,
curly girl. Yeah.
So like, and then he's like this asshole billionaire or whatever who lives next door, and like kind of this creepy relationship and like writing assignment that unfolds between them. And I have liked it, but I'm the only one in this house that is into it.
What is that streaming on? Because I've seen the promos for it.
Netflix.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that for sure. That's seems like right up my alley.
Yeah, I have enjoyed it so far. I'm way too scattered across way too many things right now. I don't usually like to do that. I kind of like to focus on one thing. But then I was flying because I went to Vegas.
Oh yeah, Vegas, baby.
Big ups to Connor and Stormy. And I was like, what am I gonna watch on the plane? And I was like, I don't want to watch Interview with a Vampire. It's too special.
No, that's too so. No, I need to be alone in my home.
Yeah.
In my room.
So I was like, Beast in Me, I guess. So yeah, I'm just sort of skipping around. But I feel like lately I went through a real slump where I was like not really seeing anything that was blowing my skirt up. And like I still have not yet watched. I know somebody's going to revoke my card. I have not yet watched the new Game of Thrones universe series.
Oh, I watched a little of it.
Phenomenal.
I heard it's phenomenal too, but I just been so busy. I'm solo parenting. It's been like 2 weeks, and I just been and any Game of Thrones, in the canon of Game of Thrones, I can't be washing dishes. I can't be cooking.
No, I gotta savor it.
I need to. There's so many things that are gonna happen. Just like industry, I can't do other things. Like these are the ones that you have to watch because a lot of stuff happens that you have to catch visually. No one's saying it. It's a glimmer in the eye. It's a look. It's so many things like that. So you can't do that with that. But I've heard so many great things, and every time I see something on my timeline, I'm like, I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah,
they're like the best finale. I'm like,
Same.
Not at all. Not at all. You're not going to mess it up for me. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. Well, yeah, let me know. Text me. Let me know. Like, oh, I'm
Okay.
in.
We can do it for the next one, but we can watch the episodes and compare together.
Yeah, that would be great. Shrinking, you don't watch Shrinking?
I don't. I've heard it's great.
I love it.
Okay.
If there's a show, there's 2 shows that I'm going to mention right now that are my, like, when the world is burning all around.
Which is
It's
kind of 24/7 right now.
right. These are my go-tos. Like, I look forward. I think Shrinking comes out every Wednesday or Thursday. I forget which one. I just finished Bridgerton. I don't like when Netflix puts all of them out. I'm
Yeah.
back into the weekly thing. I like to
Yeah.
savor it, think about it. Bridgerton, no high stakes. No high
Yeah.
stakes. Just lovely stuff. You know what I mean? Just lovely stuff. Great storytelling, great costumes. You get to hear versions of some of your favorite songs in orchestra. You know, it is what it is. And we love it. And so that's great. I just finished that. I stayed up till like 1 a.m. because I was like, I need to know how it finishes. And then Shrinking, I mean, acting is amazing. I'm laughing, I'm crying. It's beautiful. It's the real good feel good that actually really is real good feel good. And I recommend it all around on Apple TV.
Okay. Yeah, that's those are definitely, especially Shrinking, one I really want to get into.
I think you'd love
I've
it.
heard that Bridgerton is sort of effervescent and nice, and so
That
I
for
should,
sure is.
I should check that out.
Easy breezy. You know, maybe you get sick and you're just like, I can't concentrate, but let me just get something, that's gonna entertain me. And those are the ones.
Are you also in the I have not yet seen Heated Rivalry Club?
No. I was like, I'm not gonna see that shit. I was just like, there's no way. Because when the hype started coming, I was like, there's no way. I don't need to see that. And you always, as I'm watching my other shows on HBO, that comes up and I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Gratuitous gay sex. Like, I had no idea. And then I don't know what happened. I was like, there was nothing. It was in between shows. Nothing had started or something like that. And I was watching it while I was cooking. And I was just like, okay. And then hooked. And then crying, amazing acting. What is happening? Who are these unknowns that are going to blow out the stratosphere? And now I'm like, you have to watch Heated Rivalry.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend.
Like, a lot of the 2 things that I heard about it was early on is like, oh yeah, there's so much like smashing going on. And I was like, is it titillating or is it good?
It's good. It is so good.
So,
You're just like,
and I was like,
it's a book written by a woman. Like, it's so universal. And when you watch it, I think you'll understand why you see on timelines straight men watching it and be like excited. Like, because it's written by a woman, it's not this gratuitous just to do it. It's like you see the evolution of something and the way they tell the story. It's lovely. It is so lovely.
Oh, that's great.
It's just all it is. Love story. It's a love story. Forbidden love story.
Great.
I can't wait. I'm excited to see because you're a person that's watching it so deep. Like, Connor's story was just on SNL. Like, the rockets have launched. So it's interesting to see
the rockets have launched.
what you would think because you've heard so much hype. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot about that one.
The only other thing that I want to mention is, every once in a while we talk about books. I am in the middle. I'm going to talk more. I talked, I think maybe last time or the time before about A Court of Thorn and Roses. And for my ACOTAR ladies and gents out there, don't worry. We'll talk more about this next time because I still have there's a couple more books floating around out there that I haven't read yet. But right now, I am in the grips of Dungeon Crawler Carl. And this is a series of books. I have described it to people as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy meets the Hunger Games. And it has that sort of like whimsical, weird sense of humor, but it's like totally brutal and everybody dies. And it's all about Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, and how they survive like a sort of world-ending event on Earth that ends up resulting in them and all the other survivors, the initial like few million people or whatever who survive, they're forced to compete in like a dungeon to the death and fight each other and fight monsters and do things like that. and there are like levels. I don't even remember offhand how many levels there are. 9 levels, 10 levels. And each level is basically a book. And
Oh.
so I am currently on 5. No, I'm on 4. I'm almost done with 4.
How many
And
levels did you say?
I think that there's like 9 or 10. There might be more. I think there's 9 or 10 levels. He's said that like he was kind of thinking it would be a 10 book series, but he doesn't really know. And like every book is they're consistent. It's not like like there was one that I was like, it was so complicated, I didn't understand it, but it was still great. And not only that, but it's like this never happens with books. Me and like 4 other friends locally are all super into it and reading it at the same time. And
That's
so we're
amazing.
like duking it out over who can get the next one at the library first. And then like, and then I get it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm still half a book behind you. So you take it and you read it. And then,
Community.
and we're like, oh, I got to the part where this happened. And like somebody who read the first one and liked it, but then he was like, well, I heard there were other books. We're like, you got to read the other books. So now he's like, holy shit, these are amazing. So we're like, and like, one of the group, somebody, her boyfriend got her a t-shirt that's like, that's a donut, the cat. And like, we are in the clutches of Dungeon Crawler Carl right now. And
That's
so
amazing.
I highly recommend it to people, especially if you're into like tabletop games, D&D. I've heard RuneScape. I don't really know what that is, but apparently it's sort of RuneScape-y. And it's funny, and it's also like, ugh. In fact, I asked one of our postcard and bitches, Leslie, I said, did you read Dungeon Crawler Carl? Because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so right up her alley. And she was like, yeah, but I couldn't reconcile the brutality. Oh,
sorry. I was getting a phone call.
Is it the White House?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah. And she was like, I couldn't reconcile the brutality with the humor. Couldn't do it. So yeah. So it's really great. Highly recommend it to anyone. There's like, at least as far as the person who's a book ahead of me, she said the book 5 is great. So like we're still going. I think that there's maybe 7 of them available. Then we're gonna have to wait. The next one comes out in May. So, but it's
gonna go by fast.
He also churns them out to the tune of like 2 a year. So God bless him.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he cranks. And
how many pages is each about?
They're huge. They're like doorstops.
Shoot! Whoa!
And so he started out. He wrote the first couple of them and like sort of published them in like a writers online forum. And people were like, "Dude, you need to publish these." So he self-published on Amazon, got like swooped up in a huge deal by some other publisher, and he was like, "Well, great news! I already have like the first 3 written." And he's like, I read an interview with him, and he said, he's like, all right, 12 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. Like, that's all he does.
Voracious writer. Wow.
I know. And it's so nice. George R.R. Martin looking at you, motherfucker.
I know.
It's so nice to be like in a series where he's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to keep writing this until I like can't write it no more. So, yes. Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. Goddamn it, Donut.
I just looked up Donut the cat from Dungeon Crawler. Fantastic. Yeah. So yeah.
And the cover art is great. They're also turning it into a TV show.
Animated?
Or I don't know. I hope not, because part of the enjoyment of it is the absurdity of these things that attack them. And like it just wouldn't be the same, I guess. So like animated would be great, but it just wouldn't be the same. So I'm hoping that it's IRL, and they need like some big strapping bohunk to be Carl, and they need Princess Donut to be Princess Donut, and the whole cast of characters. You see them in one book, and then like you hear about them, but then you see them 2 books later, and it's really fun.
Nice. Yeah. No, I'm looking at the covers. The covers are great. I'll probably put it in the thing.
Great.
That's fantastic. And I love that you have like a community right there. And that's community. You're like, you know what? I'm not done with this one. You take it. Go ahead. Yeah. You go for it. Like, I love that. Yeah, thank you so much, T.I. We did it. We had a couple of creepsters. I don't know if they're creepsters. They're just, I don't know what they gain. I think they do this to every live. But we had some people come in the chat.
It's been a long time since anyone has said, hey, ma'am, you are very sexy. So I
you killed it with the ma'am. You killed it with the ma'am.
Yeah,
hot tip for next time. Just say, hey, you're very sexy. Take out the ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's appropriate, thank you. Chivalry is not dead, but take it out.
Well, this was super fun. We should do this again soon.
Every time. We're going to do this every time. Next time we'll have more notice for the people so they can be up in here. Maybe some friends can harass. But this was fun. This was great.
Yes.
So yeah, the Nerd Out. That's it?
The Nerd Out.
Yeah.
Peace out, nerds.
Peace out, nerds. Word to Your Mama is owned and produced by Ritzy P. Intro beat produced by Nico Beats. For partnership inquiries and contact info, check out wordtoyourmama.com. And as always, Word to Your Mama is brought to you by ritzyperiwinkle.com. And now, introducing
the Supernatural Bear Corner.
Supernatural Bear. Burp.